Fantasy baseball on deck, everybody. This is Austin as usual, and I'm coming to you with a really short update. These are guys that I've already talked about and that I have a lot of faith in, and in all my leagues I have these two players on my team for a reason. Now, if you're looking at the screen, you'd say, well, you don't have Jeremy Pena, but I've been trying to make a room for him ever since the beginning of the season started. These are the updates. Jeremy Pena tonight, as of 4/19/2022, was hitting the leadoff spot for the Houston Astros. Now, HOU Altuve is not starting tonight, and usually he hits in that leadoff spot, but they're on record several times saying that they are trying their best to move Jose Altuve back from that number one leadoff spot because of his power production, and also giving him less necessity to run and trying to keep him healthy all year round. He's more of a three-hole hitter than he is a leadoff hitter at this point in his career. And if they can get Jeremy Pena, who is plenty fast, on the base paths on a regular basis, that is great. So as I'm prepping to make this video for you guys, I'm watching Jeremy Pena play. And, enough said. I'm in the middle of calculating, and here we go. And they didn't even cheat. Great person to love right there. So, anywho, Jeremy Pena, someone to absolutely add. If you have a shallow shortstop roster, or if you have a couple utility spots at the bottom of your roster, this kid's only going to gain value. Currently, he is only owned in 34% of ESPN leagues. He's gone up 7 percentage points in the last week. It's only going to increase, especially as his power numbers go up. That's second home run of the season. So this stat hasn't accumulated yet, but that's the second home run of the season. So he's ranked 7th overall for his position. He's playing every day for a really good offense. If he sticks in the leadoff spot for the foreseeable future, it's crazy because Jeremy Pena goes from a 500 plus at-bat guy to a 650 at-bat guy, given that how successful that offense has been over the years. All of them are getting older, but at the same time, if Jeremy Pena is leading off for the Houston Astros, it's absolutely somebody that you want on your roster. Next, Taylor Ward. I've also mentioned this guy before. He is owned in a hefty 3.3% of leagues. If you don't have a super established outfield roster, grab Taylor Ward. If you have a super established outfield roster, find a way to fit Taylor Ward in. Don't necessarily carry extra bench players. Don't drop a pitcher for him, but get this guy in your roster. At least have him on your watch list, because he is announced as being the everyday right fielder. He's going to play there every day no matter what. And their two top prospects, being Brandon Marsh and Joe Adell, who's getting playing time, are specifically platooning and playing part-time because Taylor Ward is so highly regarded by Joe Madden and the rest of that training staff. So given that he's only played he only has 10 at-bats so far. But if we look over here, Taylor Ward, the 2 spot, he's hit nothing lower than the 3 spot. His debut, he hit the 3, and then today he's hitting the 2. Now it looks like their roster is a little lacking today in regards to star power, but at the same time, if he sticks in this 2 or 3 spot, which seems like that's the case, especially since Mike Trout is not to be trusted from a health perspective, Taylor Ward is your guy. Go ahead and add him immediately. He's only going to soar up the ranks in regards to fantasy points, but also people owning him. So he's only got 10 at bats so far. It's a small sample size, but the way they talk about him, he is the everyday guy. He's not going to lose at bats to Joe Adell and Brandon Marsh. So very quick update. I probably talked more than even necessary, but I really appreciate all you guys' support and praise, and we'll keep this thing going. So the Reds are getting their butts kicked, but I hope that your team is doing just as well. So night, everybody. There was a man, his name is Jeremy Pena. He's here to replace that butthole Carlos Correa. We don't like him, so we have replaced him with the Dominican Republic boy, who is very handsome and young and fast and strong. He's going to lead off for the Houston Astros. Now let's talk about Taylor Ward, he's going to hit the 2 or 3 spot for the Los Angeles Angels. Oh, wait again, it's Mike Trout's got a broken butt. Yes, he will not play as much as you'd like, but Taylor is younger, and he was a first-round pick. He's been an all-star in the minors since he was just a little young stick.